Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 27 of your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. As in the last episode, we had a super tragic episode. We unfortunately lost Chris Dickensinger to free agency. Hopefully we'll be able to sign them back, but there's no guarantee. Not just that, we had a very bad season just in general. We didn't make it to the playoffs, or we did make it to the playoffs, but lost in the first round again. It's just been some rough hockey for the Quebec Nordiques. We fired our head coach. We are, of course, going to be hiring a new one, so we're going to be going through. Actually, we're going to be going with our assistant coach, of course. It's definitely a very big change that we're going to be having to go through. It's definitely not going to be anything that's really too easy. I think we fired Tom's. He's kind of ruining the chemistry there. Anyways, so it's a very brand new looking team here in Quebec, and it's it's very scary for us, kind of going through this transition of being a really good team, but just not having any success. So, in the last video, we spin the wheel where we wanted Christian Dvorak to waive his no movement clause, which he did. He's on a really bad 7.4 for 2-year contract, and we're going to be trading him to a contending team. I need to move my laptop over just a little bit so I'm able to see everything. But we're going to be trading away Dvorak. Not just that, we're also going to be trading away Taylor Hall in today's episode as well. So we're making a couple of deals in today's episode, a couple of big ones, to really push this team over the edge. And that's what we really need this year, is some players to help us push over the edge and hopefully go for a big playoff run, which is what we want. We want that big playoff run this year, and we're just going to have to get rid of Christian Dvorak for practically dick all, which sucks, but it's just the way of the business. Sometimes you got to do moves that aren't too favorable to sweeten and a touch. So if we take off the third and put on fifth and a sixth, will that work? Will that be a bit better than putting on a third there? Yes, it did. Sweet. So Christian Dvorak is being traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is a rival team, but that's really the only team that was really looking. But with the thing that we did there is now going to be bringing in more successful players. So first up, the New York Islanders, Viktor Olufsen. He's just an overall great sniper. And this fucking team here in New York is looking like a very solid team. You look at everyone, I feel like this team, you give them Taylor Hall for a couple of years, you give them some veteran leadership. I think Olufsen, and we retain $1 million off of Olufsen. Actually, I'm thinking $1.5 million. We try to get some money retained off him because he's a good player. Yes, he had a fantastic season. I think he's worth that type of money. But right now, we need to save as much money as we can get. And if we can get the New York Islanders paying a little bit for this guy, I would not mind that. And we're trading them Taylor Hall for, of course, Viktor Olufsen, which I mean is a lot of value just in general, just for this one player. But do not worry, we're not just done doing deals there yet. We're making a couple more there, guys. That's not going to be the only deal of the week. So there we go. We're going to add that in. Not keen on. Okay, so we'll do the $1 million. We'll just do the $1 million for Olufsen. I like the contract already. I just needed a bit of retaining. There we go. Sweet. Viktor Olufsen, welcome to the Quebec Nordiques. So that is a big deal there. It frees up some more salary cap for us and adds some nice punch to that second line a little bit, right? Now with you got Olufsen, Perfetta, and maybe Dube, we're not done there yet. We still got to make a couple more moves before we're done with today's trading frenzy. Next team up, we got the Dallas Stars. We did a trade with them before for Miro Heiskanen and shit like that, and I think they're definitely loving Marco Huntinainen, who is developing into a fantastic defenseman. Wish we kept him because of the money. But we want Kevin Labanc and JT Compher. Kevin Labanc, great two-way forward. Looks like he'll be able to fit almost anywhere. Great defensive stats, and not just that, he puts up the points. He's proved that over the past couple seasons that he's developed into a great goal-scoring forward, and I'm hoping he could do that here with the Quebec Nordiques. And JT Compher, great defensive player. I'm really excited to see what he will kind of turn out to be for that third line of the Quebec Nordiques. Plus, he's cheap as all hell. I mean, you take a look at how much money this guy's making for this year, $1.6 million. That's barely anything. I think he's going to be a lethal piece of the team, right? You take a look at the lineups. You got your top 6, right? You need one more guy. That's Kevin Labanc. You have Josh Anderson and Kasperi Kapanen. You throw JT Compher in there. You throw a little bit more depth there. You improve the defensive core a little bit more, picking up maybe another top 6 defenseman, right, to help you out. You're looking like a very solid team, and you're giving yourself some money right now with the deals that we're about to make. So let's get this deal done and over with. We also, with this deal, want to at least retain Kevin Labanc by another $1 million. So we could save, we could be spending another $4.5 million on him, right? That's what the goal is. So we're going to package up a bunch of picks for the Dallas Stars, and also a pretty good prospect in Hunter. That's what I'm going to be willing to give these guys. Probably not enough. We're probably going to have to give up more. I'm thinking we're going to have to give up 2 first-round draft picks. I want a first-round draft pick for this year. That's obvious. I want one for this year. Next year, I'll be willing to trade one for next year. And that's the way I'm thinking. And a 4th and a 5th this year. Will that go through? No. Just a 5th? No. That? No, not even close. If we lower the retention down to $500,000, will that fix it? No. We're getting close. Maybe we don't retain the salary cap of Kevin Labanc. We take off the first overall selection. We go towards next year and we add a 2nd round pick. Will that go through? No. Okay, we're going to have to add that first overall selection. I think this is going to be the hardest trade to try to make go through. So that first overall selection still, we're trying, okay. Still a no. Oh, right, okay. So this is how we're going to construct the deal. So the first, we're going to throw a goaltender prospect in Jones, a prospect in Hunter. So they get a first, Jones, and Hunter. And then a 2nd round selection, or a 3rd round selection for the Minnesota Wild. Will that make it go through? No, too far off. Okay. So we're going to have to add that 2nd into the play. Will that go through? Still rejected. Man, they're being pesky fuckers here, man. They're fighting for everything. And I mean, that's understandable. You want to keep that player. Kevin Labanc is a very good, reliable player. I'd rather take him. I want him on the team. I want him in Quebec. I think he can make us a good team. And we're not going to have to spend a whole shit ton of money on free agents just to get some fucking players. So 4th and the 5th, we should be able to get the sweet winning combo. So Tampa Bay's first, Jones, Hunter a 2nd, and our Quebec pick next year. And it goes through. Kevin Labanc, welcome to the Nordiques, my man. And that frees up $6.4 million. And that's what we wanted to do. That's really what we wanted to do, is release up some more salary cap while improving the team. And I think we did that, right? Your first line have Larkin, Dube, Dansk, Labanc, Perfetta, Olufsen, Anderson, Compher, Kapanen, and then you improve the defense, and you have now money to spend on players. Right now, we're not so cap-strapped with dealing with the things that we have to deal with. So that helps out a lot, which is the reason why I wanted to make that deal. Was because I wanted to go out there and make a splash for a good backup goaltender this year. Reason why Binnington really struggled. He fucking struggled to play good last year, and we need him to play big. We really need him to play the big hockey when we need him to. And he struggled, and it showed up. It was obvious. He was not playing good. We need a good goaltender pickup is going to be the problem. We're not making another deal. Now, Vinny Vavalainen, we got to get the defense and shit first. I think that's the most important thing right now, is getting the defense. Now, Ryan McDonough, I'm sorry, buddy, but we're going to name a new captain. We're just going to go with a whole new start here in Quebec. We also need pretty good defensemen to fill out that top 6. I want somebody that's Steven Stantini. That's a pretty good amount of money that we're paying him now. Ooh, Jeremy Roy. Nice offensive defenseman for that top 6. We need, defense, though. We need good defensemen to play on there. Not shit ones. Josh Mohara. Nice and young. Not too bad of a price. Pay him $2.5 for 2 years. That's not too bad. And then we'll go after kind of a cheaper defenseman. Lasso Thompson, right-handed. Nice. That's good. I like that. Put him alongside of a veteran defenseman. Maybe get a steal of a pickup here. Yeah, Lasso Thomas. Probably not going to sign with us. Depth-wise, we need some 4th liners to kind of fill into the team. Kind Calle Dansk would not be that bad. He's a veteran, can play on the third line. He put up 37 points last year. If he could do what he did there, I would not mind him signing for $2 million at 1 year to play on that fourth line for the Nordiques. And I mean, it's all about building this team right now, right? We made big trades. We traded away Taylor Hall, and we got rid of Ryan McDonough. There we go. We got Lewis as a zinger back. Calle Dansk signed. Josh Mahara, Lasse Thompson doesn't know. Yuri Petrov, and Christic is going to Ottawa. So we lost one of our best prospects in Christic, which is a huge kick in the nuts. I gotta say, that was the biggest kick in the nuts I think you could ever get as a player. But I do want to see if there's like any spectacular head coaches that maybe would be a better fit for the team, and like just fit that core of players that we have there. We might have to wait to hire a coach. I think we're going to wait on that fact. I think we're going to go with the guy that we have now. I think we're just going to trust Busquets. He was in the team system for a while. He was a good coach there in Vancouver. I mean, he wasn't the greatest, but he got the team in the playoffs once. Always had winning records. Definitely not the best winning record, but I feel like he could definitely turn his shit around here in Quebec. So we need somebody that's good on the power play. So good associate coach that's good on the power play. I mean, just somebody that's good in general, but yeah, that's perfect. Guy Budok. Kick him up for the team. I like that. Guy Budok. Perfect guy for the team. I like that. So we need a goalie coach as well. If we could find somebody. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting up a veteran guy to kind of help with the surrounding of the team. You could be our goalie coach this upcoming season, Gabriel Mitchell. We'll see how that goes. I wish they actually had like a goalie coach, because it seems like they just have random goalie coaches, but they don't have any attributes for the goaltenders or whatever to really help them out. It's kind of shitty. But I think one thing now is we're really going to have to work on the prospects. And I think that's our next big thing, is having a couple big drafts and trying to build this team back up to what it used to be. And that's obvious, because this team is good. Yes, I love the way that this team is built, but we're going to be like the Chicago Blackhawks, where we don't have any prospects. We're really going to have to start building that up, and I think this upcoming season, with the picks that we do have, we actually have a pretty good amount of picks, is we're really going to have to start working on that. We're really going to have to start working on the scouting and get everything like that done. So let's focus on that big time. So USA, we need a couple scouts from the USA, baby. USA. Kit McLean, sign you to a deal. We need a Q scout. Get you to a deal. And then we also need a European scout. We actually need two. So you. And you. And then we need two Russian scouts. Ooh, and our two B scouts. Perfect. Look at that. Maybe we could get some prime Russian fucking players to come to Quebec like we did with Univolov and shit. But I'm really excited the way that this team is looking like this year. I'm having the confidence, and I feel like we needed this. I felt like we definitely needed... Yeah, they matched my offer. Okay, I thought that was going to happen. We really needed a change up here in Quebec. Like, we really did need a change up. And I felt like with all the changes that we just made, picking up Kevin LeBanc and Olufsen and getting rid of McDonough and kind of going towards a new direction with the team, I think was something that we need to do. Taylor Hall, they were part of the old reign. I think we needed to do something with this young team that we already have and start building it around Larkin, around Perfetta, and around those young players and stuff like that. And I think those players are going to be good players to help us out. So, let's get a goalie signed to the team. I think that's going to be the next task. And getting that other defenseman signed to the team, which kind of handicaps us because we don't really got enough money to go after a big goaltender right now. How well was Korpisalo last year? Jonas Korpisalo. Not too bad, but not the greatest. His first year, he had a 9.11 and a 2.77. I think he wouldn't be too bad depth-wise. Ben fucking Bishop, boys. Ben Bishop's a god. And look how good he was last year there for Dallas. Problem is he going to just drop off the face of the earth, right? I feel like Jonas Korpisalo is still young. we can sign him to a 1-year deal. But that takes up most of our salary cap. I think we have to play smart with it and pick up somebody that's going to be affordable for us, but also is going to be a solid goaltender for us. So, like, maybe a Linus Ullmark. He was here in Quebec last year. And, I mean, he didn't do too bad for the time he filled in. Wasn't the greatest, but let's get Linus Ullmark back on the team for another year. Maybe we make a move at the deadline to go after a goaltender. We'll see how it all goes. So 2.2, we really can't go and spend on a defenseman right now. We need a right-handed defenseman. That's what we really need right now, is a right-handed, good defenseman that could play some good minutes, play good defensively. That's what we're really going to look for. Calle Fleury, right-handed, medium top 4, nice young. That's not bad. I like that. We'll sign up for $2 million for 3 years. I like that. Nice future defenseman for the team. Nice top 6 defenseman. So let's see if we can get those guys. Guy Bulldog gets on the team. Fucking Leighton signs. Perfect. All right, we're going to have to go and sign another scout. But right now, I just want to focus on getting nice Ullmark signs and Calle Fleury signs. Sweet. So, team chemistry, we're up at 78. We're looking pretty solid. I think this team has a serious contention of playing very, very well this season. New coach, just new everything, I think is going to bring in a lot of different atmosphere to the team. I'm really excited to see how this team will perform as a team, because we're going to have to play huge together. Like, we are really going to have to play well, and if we don't, it's going to be a rough season this year. And we need to start winning games right off the get-go. And I think last year we weren't the team that I thought we were. We struggled right off the get-go, and we struggled throughout the most of the season. I feel like this team, if we could play the tip of the best hockey, we are, without a doubt, a champion team. Without a doubt. We are the best team in the NHL, and that's without a doubt. We're one of the scariest fucking teams. And, so you know what? I like that, because then we get 2 third-round picks. I know we got to go back, but we get more picks. Is that Brock Nelson? For our Ulanov prospect, but we have to trade away a bunch of picks just to pick up Brock Nelson. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But right now, Quebec, I feel like we're looking like a very good team right now with Olufsen. And I like that we did those trades to pick up LeBanc and Olufsen, because now we got them locked up for 3 to 4 years. That's enough time to really start cementing our legacy this year. And we really have to this year. This year is got to be a season where we really put our statement into everybody, where we tell everyone that we're here to win a fucking cup this year. Right? That's what we need out of this season, is to win that cup. And we have built that proper team. We're gonna have to sign Perfetta and Honka next season. Like, those are gonna be 2 huge free agent signings that we're gonna have to try to keep on the team. And those are gonna be 2 big deals, right? They are. Like, we seen what we had to do this year, giving Dillion Dube a no movement clause, and Ulanov locking him up, and Dansk locking him up, and Heiskanen locking him up to that $11 million deal that we had to lock him up to. We had to make a lot of changes. So, with the new captain, Dylan Larkin, yes, I agree with that. He's the new captain. But Dube, I don't want him to be the assistant. I want Ulanov. Ulanov has been here since day one. He's been a big player for us. Was one of our first draft picks. So, Larkin, Dansk, and Ulanov, I want as the captains for this very young team. We're looking like a very solid team. I'm excited to see how this team performs. We did get Calle Dansk. Okay, sweet. So, let's take a look at the team. So, Larkin, Dube, Dansk, nice, LeBanc, Perfetta, Olufsen, Anderson, Compra, Kapanen, Howard, Turris, Yurcho. We are going to have to pick up some more forwards. Defense, Heiskanen, Ulanov, Haydn Fleury, Honka, Muhara, Uyghur. We're going to send down Ryan. And that's it for defense. And then you got Binnington and Linus Ullmark as our goaltender. Nice. Also, how are we looking down in the system and stuff like that on our unsigned? How's our prospects going? I mean, we really need to work on this. This is, I think, a big factor. I'm really excited to see how Randy Samolsky Smolinski plays out. I'm really excited. And Szinger. We got 2 young prospects that I think might actually turn out to be something good. So that's not in too bad condition. Also, we had that very good goaltender prospect as well that's going to be developing. So we're not looking too bad. We're very weak prospect-wise, yes. And I think that's something that we're going to have to start building up. But, I mean, we could start building it up with this big draft that we could hopefully have. But right now, we're focusing on the big playoff berth that we want to have this year. And that's our big focus right now. We need another guy for that 4th line. I feel like we could trade away a pick to go after a 4th line player. Because we already have Calle Dansk and Jace Howerluck. Wouldn't it be bad to pick up maybe kind of like a goal-scoring 4th line guy? Maybe like a Brock Nelson wouldn't be too bad. That's a cheap contract for 1.9 for the next 3 years. For the way that this guy will probably play on the team. I mean, last year he had 29 points, and he's always kind of a solid player. You know what? I would not mind picking up Brock Nelson there, Arizona. You guys said you wanted some picks, right? Well, we can give you some picks. So we'll give you. We have a lot of picks towards next year. So we'll give you guys a 3rd and Finley. Finley and a 3rd for Nelson. And next year I want to pick up some picks because we already loaded up on picks for this upcoming season. We want a 4th and a 5th next year. There we go. Brock Nelson, welcome to the Quebec Nordiques, my man. As we're just on the edge. Now let's add the lineups, and then we can start up the simulation here soon. Which we got to sign up a bunch of AHL players, but we could get the AHL lines. Yeah, look at that. The lines, they work for Bruce Square. He likes the kind of the players that we picked up for him. Calle Dansk is also a very solid player. We don't want Yurcho. We want Nelson in that position, and that fits perfectly along in that 3rd line, or that 4th line. I mean, that's perfect. Heiskanen, Ulanov, Honka. We said that I think we were going to do this. Haydn Fleury with Ulanov. We have a monster pair here. And then Heiskanen playing with Honka. Fleury with Muhara. And then Binnington with Olmark. Sorry, guys, about that. But very solid lines. I'm liking the way that they're looking. So Dansk, Perfetta. Who are we missing? We're going to have Olufsen, I think, up on that top power play unit. Just because he can score big-time goals, and I think he's going to be perfect. And then Perfetta and then Heiskanen can play that 1T. LeBanc there, Turris. I don't know about Turris playing there. We could put in somebody that's good offensively, like a Josh Anderson. Put him up. He's right-handed, though. We need a left-handed player. I know I have a left-handed goal scorer in forward, don't I? Don't I have another goal scorer? Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen can play in that position. He'll be a perfect player for us. And then we get to find another centerman. Actually, we don't have one. Never mind. We'll have all right-handers in this. Okay, we're going to switch this up then. We're going to have Olufsen come down here. LeBanc up there. Perfetta in that 1T position. Him there. Anderson there. We want Olufsen to play that other 1T position for Dube and Anderson. Dansk, yeah. Perfetta, yeah, I like that. No. I want Olufsen up there. And then instead we can get Kevin LeBanc. Where the fuck? Why are they not putting in LeBanc into these fucking lineups, man? He's a fucking passing forward. Like, he does good. JT Comfort, yes. Calle Dansk, yes, that's pretty good. Jace Howerluck, I'm not too sure about. He fits the unit, so we'll keep it the way that is for a bit. But once it starts fucking up, we'll change it up a bit if they really start messing things up and we need to change it. But we'll worry about that later on. We'll get the free agent signed to the team here quickly. Actually, what we'll do is we'll start up the season in the next video because I got to go up and eat and I'm starving. So what we'll do is we'll simulate through the entire season in the next video. I feel like this team just needs to wait. It's a good team. I don't think we need to change anything up, but if you guys have any other opinions, maybe we go after a goaltender. I know we did sign Linus Olmark, so we really can't do anything about that right now. But maybe we make a move towards a goaltender later on. And go after a starting goaltender if, of course, Binnington is struggling. If Binnington is struggling, we make the move, we make the trade to go after somebody else to help this team out for this year. Like what we did in Chicago when we picked up John Gibson. Of course, Matt Murray turned on the Jets, but we really need Binnington to play huge. Like, that's what we really need right now, is Binnington to play some huge fucking hockey for us, because if he doesn't, it's going to be a really rough playoffs, and we need him playing fantastic. But for right now, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.